Hello, hey guys, how you doing? I'm Jules. Thanks for coming back for another weekly update. I hope you are doing well, staying warm this winter. I have been doing a lot of different things, and I'll explain that all to you here in just a little bit when we talk about what I was doing this past week and why I didn't put a video out last week. So I think I'm trying to get a little bit of a sore throat here, so I'm hoping that's not what it is. So, but anyway. What have I done cross-stitch wise for the last week or so? So I did work on a number of projects. I was in Kentucky, and I took stuff with me, and I worked on a couple different things. I worked on the giraffe. Now, last time I showed you guys, I had put, and I don't know where it is, I had put the giraffe in this new square, what do you call it? Nurge holder, basically frame holder. And ultimately, do I have chocolate ice cream? If I have chocolate ice cream, please forgive me. I had to have some chocolate ice cream because my throat was a little sore. It was treatment. It was prescribed by a doctor, me. And but anyway, so I showed you guys the frames. And then I showed you the frames, and I was like, I'll take it with me and I'll see how it goes. And honestly, I didn't like the frame on the 25 count fabric. I felt like it loosened up. It just wouldn't stay taut and tight. And I just have to have it, I just like to have it tight. It just makes me stitch faster if I do that. And I just get all irritated when I can only, when I have to constantly be tightening things up. So I'm still going to use it for the smaller projects. And I am going to use it for, like, if I'm doing 18 count fabric, then I'll use it. Maybe I would try some 20. I've been thinking about trying some 20 for some different things, but I don't know. We'll see. But let me show you where giraffe is. So let's see. Last time, what I did this last week was pretty much everything from here down. I may have done a little bit over there, but I think it's pretty much like from here down. So I still got to go back and kind of go through and put stuff in the middle and whatnot, but I am at 60%, I think, of this one being done, but it's coming together really nicely. And as soon as I can get that nose in there, both nostrils, it's going to look really good. But the project, I got a lot of stuff done on, and I don't know why. I just, part of it I think was because it's bright, vivid colors, and it's small, so I thought, I can get one of these little small ones done. I was going to start a mini firefighter, and this is a really small, I had a little piece of fabric, and I didn't do anything to seal the edges, which is going to be my downfall on this, but I got over 50% done with this. I got over 3,000 stitches completed on this one, and the end of the project is going to be kind of right here at the end of where the blue gridding is, and but you can see how the rest of it's coming together. But I've just really enjoyed putting it together. Wow, it looks really cool on with this bright light and whatnot, so it's coming out really nice. But yeah, so I don't know, I just really wanted to work with the color, and it's kind of what I ended up doing. I actually had to make a semi-emergency trip to a which one did I go to? Hobby Lobby. I went to the Hobby Lobby in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, and which I hadn't been there before. But I needed to get 3 or 4 colors because for some reason they were sitting here on my desk when I went. Didn't end up in my little bag, and I took this little bag with me, a little bitty bag with my stuff. I also took my little scissors, and I was looking for my little scissors. You guys have seen my little scissors. They're like this big, and they're pretty dang sharp. No problem getting through security. Absolutely no problem. You can't use, you can't do this. You can't do that, but you can do the smaller pairs. And if I could just find where, oh, here it is. Here it is. So these are, and I'll be perfectly honest, you could unalive somebody with one of these easily, and but super sharp ones. But that made it through security, no problem. So, and then I worked a little bit on my eagle. My American Eagle flag eagle thing, just a little bit, just to get a little bit of the red, a little bit of blue, but that's gonna be what I'm gonna chip away at. I want to finish my little mini firefighter, and the giraffe, and then, I know I keep saying it, and then I'm going to order a bunch of stuff for framing and get another big, fill up the rest of the wall. Gonna have to get a bigger wall. Gonna have to figure out how to I'm gonna have to just move closer to this wall in order to for you guys to be able to see everything eventually. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So that was all the stitching that I did. Anything else that I may have taken, I don't think I stitched on. It was primarily the giraffe and the firefighters. I knew that would happen. That's why I took so many different patterns. I'm like, what am I going to stitch? What am I going to feel like? And that's just kind of what I ended up doing. So that was fine. I need to turn my computer on here real quick, or turn on my thing, because I got to tell you guys about all the new patterns that I put up in the store, that I put up since I have been back. I got some monochromes, and I got some full coverage color, and they are in the stores right now. So if you want to check it out, I am a cross stitch pattern designer. These are all my patterns that I have designed. I've not stitched them all. I've stitched some of them, but this is kind of what I like to do, and it's sort of like a hobby / obsession. But my store is at stitchingjewelsdesign.com. If you're still in the video and you haven't ever checked out my stores, I also have the same name store on Etsy as well. So let's see, let's talk about monochrome. So I have one mini monochrome that popped up that I did, and it's the mini guinea pig. So I have like a regular size guinea pig that I think has like 8,000 or 9,000 stitches, maybe a little bigger than that. But I wanted to get, I felt like I could do a much smaller one, because I need to kick myself in the booty and put out a little collection of all the little mini animals that I have, that you could do mini monochromes of all of those. So, but that one's only like a couple thousand stitches. So that was a pretty quick stitch. The other monochrome I put out was a much larger one. I don't think this one was in the store. I keep going back through all my files and stuff, and I'm like, I don't think this one was in the store. This one I call like Abby's Cellar, which is kind of like, I have another one of these called the Solarium, and it's a slightly different view, but it's another one of those monochromes, like architecture, kind of cool monochromes. I've got a few others that I've got to get on the sites that I've worked on, and I think I finished, but I just never posted them. So I gotta do that, gotta get that going. But this is a big one. This is like 70,000 stitches. It's like really, really big project, but the big monochrome ones are the, you know, like stuff like that. That's, you know, they're worth it in my opinion. For Valentine's Day 2026, because I missed 2025, because, you know, it just happens. Got this little cute, I call it mini, is it Love in the Rain or Love and Rain or something like that? But it is a mini, and it's a cute little, and you're not stitching the white in the background. It's just, all you're doing is stitching the outlines, the silhouettes, and the umbrella and all that other stuff. So it's only 98 by 126. So if you're stitching on, say, 8 count fabric, it's 6 inches by 7 inches. It's a really small piece, and there's not a lot of stitching to it. So it only uses a couple colors. So a little red, a little black, and we're good to go. Oh, I didn't bother to put, oh, I know why. Never mind. Forgive me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. And then, let's see what else I got. Then I have 2 full coverage color pieces. The first one is, it's kind of a redo of a pattern that I had on earlier. It's the La Scapigliati. Scapigliati. It's Italian, so I'm not Italian in any way, so I apologize for that. But it's a Da Vinci painting. It was one of those famous ones that he did way back when. What I did was I kind of made it a lot smaller than the other one was. I think it's only like 100 by 140. It is rather small, and it's more of a medium-sized piece, but kept a lot of colors in. And when I went back and looked at the original one that I had done of this, that was larger, had a lot more colors. This one definitely, to me, was more vivid and just looked like a better project altogether. And then the last one is something that I've been trying to put out for a while. I love these old Revolutionary War, these old vintage, colorful pictures, images, and whatnot. And this one is basically like, I kind of call it Spirit of 76, but it's really just like a Revolutionary War. It's the fife, drum, and band, you know, that used to play in front of the troops or behind the troops or whatever during the Revolutionary War. But I love this iconic painting, and so it's finally there. And it's, again, it's not, it's bigger. I want to say it's like 210 by 140, I think. So it's big enough to keep a lot of the detail and to make it look good. I make this look good. Yeah, and I think that's it for the ones that I actually got done and up. And I did all of that pretty much on Sunday and Monday night. And I just got more to do. I just have so many that I want to kind of get done and keep working on. So I'm approaching 600 total patterns. 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Or hold on. I want to get to 1,000. Listings. I'm at 688, so I'm almost at 700. So I really do want to get, I mean, I need to get a ton of patterns done. I really want to do that this year. And it's going to take a lot of work to get there, but I know I can do it. I just got to make sure I set aside time for it. So I hadn't worked on the website redo like I talked about. I might even just, excuse me, ice cream. I might even just change, I don't know, I might even change the whole style. I'm trying to come up with like a different way to present my patterns on the website, not the Etsy store. I don't really have anything I can do on the Etsy store, but in terms of design, but yeah, so trying to do that. I need to send an email out soon just to kind of remind everybody on the email list that I'll, you know, do a really nice sale. I think I got like a 25 or 30% sale going on right now on Etsy. So that's something. That's a good one. If you're still looking for cross stitch projects for the year. So let's see. So there's that. I'm trying to think if I have anything else cross stitch related. I got a few irons in the fire. I'm not quite ready to show you guys anything just yet. In terms of just trying something different. And I don't know, I've got to, you know me, I go back and forth, up and down, all around, trying to figure out like what do I need to do? What do I need to do to kind of make the store bigger? And I know I need more patterns. I just need to focus on making more patterns. But I don't know. I can't think of it right now. All right, I'll get myself a little something to drink. I'm kind of losing my voice a little bit. I don't know why. I've been home for like 3 days, so the idea that I would be getting sick from the airport is kind of crazy. But anyway, I was in Kentucky. I was visiting some family, and it's the same place that I went back in December. We've got some family illness issues going on, and so I just wanted to kind of be more present and hopefully help and be around a lot more than I have in the past. And so yeah, so I've been going and doing that, and it's been fun. It's been eye-opening in a lot of ways. And I don't know, just, you know, I'll be going back out probably in a couple months. I can't make the trips. I gotta stop making these 10-day trips though. These are like, I'm away so long when I do that. It's just it's hard on my husband. It's hard on me too. And so so a little bit shorter trips, I think, going forward for a little bit here. But it was Western Kentucky, so it wasn't where all the really bad flooding took place. So in case you weren't paying attention, didn't know, or you don't live in the States, the day after I arrived in Kentucky, basically there was like 4 inches of rain that fell. Might have been more than that in certain spots, but it was definitely 4 inches where we were. And yeah, things flooded pretty good. There was a golf course that basically like had multiple feet of water on it. There was just a lot of, you know, questionable places to, you know, they had to block off roads and things like that. That was pretty nuts. And then a couple of days after that, we got 4 inches of snow, which did stick. Not it stuck on the roads. A couple inches stuck on the roads for a while, and that was a lot of fun to try to drive on. But that was a few days later. That was interesting. And then a few days after that, woke up one morning and the power was out, which really was terrible because it was like 4 degrees in the house, or it was 4 degrees outside, I should say. It was probably dropping pretty quickly inside the house as well. Thankfully, it was only off for maybe like 3 hours. But the whole town was out of power. Don't know exactly what happened there, but that was just interesting. So, but yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's a relaxing trip. You take time for the things that are important, and then you just kind of chill. You know, I would come back. You know, I got to stay at family house there, and basically just kind of chill in the evenings. And my mom came a few days after I got there, but I was stitching a lot, and I was just listening to like videos and watching things, and just really kind of just taking it easy and really taking things as they come. I feel like I'm getting better at that. I just kind of, you know, okay, you know, and just kind of not trying to worry too far in the future, trying not to dwell on things in the past. But yeah, but I, you know, because I'm feeling better. I am feeling better, physically wise. So how do I say this? So I had those tests done about the veins of my legs, you know, because my legs were swelling and whatnot, and they actually came back normal, which they can still come back normal, and you can still have issues. It has to do with the fact that when they test you, you're laying down, which obviously isn't how you are most of the day. You're sitting up or standing up. But I still have swelling. I don't mind it as much. One of the things that I ended up forgetting to do while I was in Kentucky, and this was a bit of an eye-opener, was I stopped taking one of my cholesterol meds. I actually take 2. I have an injection, and then I have an actual medication that I take orally, and I've taken it for years with no problems. I think it's been causing me leg pain. And it may have been something that was coming on after I started the injections, but I went off of the injections, and I realized when I was in Kentucky, I'm like, man, my legs don't really hurt. I feel pretty good. Like, I'm able to get up and move around. I mean, there's still some swelling, but it's not as bad as, you know, I don't feel as bad. And when I sleep at night, my legs feel fine. And then I got home, and the first night I felt fine. I didn't have any issues. And then the second night, I did take my cholesterol medicine, and oh, my legs hurt. And I'm laying in bed, I'm like, why do my legs hurt so much? I didn't do anything. And then I finally put 2 and 2 together. So I was like, so maybe it's some of that. I don't know. So slowly figuring things out, slowly. But yeah, I think health-wise, things are better. I just went through the 1-year anniversary of my back fusion from last year. Whew. Can't believe it's been a year already. Super happy about that. But yeah, I've been kind of doing little exercises, little movements and things like that, trying to get myself more active and stronger. And yeah, I don't know, maybe medicine was a bigger deal than I thought it was. I have no idea. I really don't. We're going to try and figure this out. But plans for March. I definitely got to bust past. I got to blow right through 700 total patterns. Like I said, I got 12. I got 12 to do. I would love to get to like 715 would be my goal for the. I mean, over 715 would be even better, but 715 for a total would be outstanding. I'd be very happy about that. And some of that is I need to put some bundles together. I keep talking about it. I haven't done it. I talk about it a lot, but I haven't done it. But yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. My hair is doing okay. I got a haircut right before I left. We've kept it kind of wavy. I like it. It's good stuff. I decided to stop the acupuncture. And maybe that was helping. Maybe that was part of it. I don't know. but like my head is so sore from like all the needles and stuff that was getting stuck in there. I think it kind of hurt my skin, kind of hurt my head up there, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, outside of that, honestly, I am just, let's get going, people. Let's jump into spring and let's continue on with our stitching. So yeah. All right. So by next visit, we'll see how many patterns I have done for the week. We'll see how much closer I am to getting this done. And oh, I didn't even tell you. So the stitch count for this, there's like 6,800 or I don't know, whatever. I'm at 56 or 60% on this. So I've got about 3,000, maybe 2,500 to 3,000 stitches on it. And then the giraffe one is right at about 6,000 stitches, maybe a little bit less. And so, and switching over, where did I do it? Switching over, don't fall. Switching back over to the hoop. When I got home, I had to put this back in the hoop because I'm like, I can't get this done. And I like using my little Nerge lap stand. And honestly, unless I'm using really small, these square frames, these Nerge ones, I can't use them with the big frames. I just don't have enough space. So I should pull out the roller frame. I don't know. Maybe the roller frame can help me out here. I don't know. I don't know. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Hope you're doing well. I'll see you soon. And happy stitching.